Moving on to our short-term food supplies. Obviously, a big question about food supplies is how much short-term food supplies do I need? We recommend about a 3-month supply. FEMA recommends at least a 2-week supply of food. Everyone in the country to have at least a 2-week supply. But to be absolutely safe, we recommend a 3-month supply of food that you regularly use. So we've created a very convenient and simple to use system of the Ready Recipes. It all begins here with these recipe cards. It's something that all you women, I'm sure, are very familiar with. Recipe cards. I'm sure you have a lot of them in your kitchen. It's your favorite recipes of your mother's bread and grandmother's cookies. So it's very familiar, easy to use. You just fill out the ingredients of your meal and the containers that you want to purchase. We recommend a 90-day meal plan. It gives you very convenient tools to take the meal ingredients from your Ready Recipes cards and transfer them to your shopping list, so you can have always an up-to-date complete list of everything you need in your short-term food supplies, the container sizes, how many containers you have, how many you need, the cost per item, and a total budget, so you can see how much money I'm going to need to spend to get my short-term food supplies in place. Another question that I might ask is, what should I use for my short-term food supplies? What do you think? Does anybody here have some short-term food storage? Sure somebody does.
I just have what we eat.
You have what we eat all the time?
Send the kids down.
Send the kids down the basement to go get it. That's definitely an option. It's a convenient option. Canned food is one option. The disadvantages of canned food is that it's short shelf life. It's only going to last about a year to 2 years max. So you're constantly going to have to be rotating it. That's why a lot of people have first in, first out shelves with racks to help you rotate, keep track of which ones you're using, which ones you need to use up before they go bad. Another option would be dehydrated food. Again, it's usually canned food. The dehydration process uses the process of heat to remove the water from the food. The reason they do that is because the cellular respiration of the microorganisms that cause your food to spoil require water for that cellular respiration process. So you remove the water, you take away the ability for the microorganisms to spoil your food. The average life of dehydrated food, in recent history, experts have told us that it's only about 5 to possibly 10 years. There's actually been recent studies by a major university here in the country that have done tests with dehydrated food. As long as it's properly stored and sealed with an oxygen absorber, that it can actually last up to 20 years. So your dehydrated mashed potatoes or tomato powder, things like that you store in a can, oatmeal, wheat, can actually last up to 20 years. So that's good news. Any questions you may have about the Ready Recipes worksheets, I'm sure would be answered in the instructions here. Well, I won't bore you by reading through them. I'm sure you're completely literate and capable enough of just reading through the instructions. We give you a very simple 6 steps. Create your meal schedule to basically decide how many days of food storage you want to have, whether it's 2 weeks, 14 days, 30 days, 90 days. You can decide. Create a meal schedule. I want 10 different, I want 9 different dinner recipes for 10 days. It would equal 90 days of meals. 5 different lunch recipes for 18 days each would equal 90 days of lunch. Maybe 3 different recipes of breakfast, because I eat the same thing for breakfast every morning, for 30 days each. So you can create your meal schedule, put it here in the Ready Recipe shopping list. of how many different recipes you want of each meal, the days for each of those meals to get a total days of meals. And then the second step would be to make copies of your recipe cards, as many recipes as you require for your meal schedule. Third, fill out your meal ingredients. Here, fill out the container info, and then transfer all the info to your shopping list. Again, we recommend you probably laminate this so you can write out with a dry erase marker. It would be a really valuable tool in keeping track of your short-term food supplies. We've all heard the advice of just, when you go to the grocery store, just grab a couple extra cans, and pretty soon you'll have your some short-term food storage built up. Well, the problem myself has with that is I may grab 2 extra cans of chili, but I'll just use up the 2 extra cans of chili until I have no chili, and then I'll go buy more. So yeah, I never really know quite how much I have, or I never know at any given point within a 30-day period. I may have no food storage, and then tomorrow I've got 30 days, and then it slowly dwindles down. So this basically will give you stick it right next to your pantry, stick it right next to your rack, so you'll know I need 20 cans of chili, I need 30 cans of peaches, I need 20 boxes of penne rigate pasta if you like pasta. So you'll know exactly what you need and how much you need compared to what you have. So again, this is all about implementation and helping you know that you're ready, not just think that you're ready. So hope you all enjoy that. We had fun developing it. There's also some examples so you can see how someone might have filled out a recipe card for chicken pasta marinara with peaches and green beans, and then transfer it to their shopping list. And there's also a convenient common can size reference chart, so you can look at different common sizes of canned food and how much cups, tablespoons, teaspoons are in each can, so you'll know how many you need for your recipes. Moving on to our step 5 is our long-term food storage. How much long-term food storage I need? Well, we recommended that you have about 3 months of short-term food supplies. We recommend also that you have at least a year's worth of long-term food storage. That's up for your family to decide how much you need. I know my wife's family eats much more than my family does. So, oh, she would agree with me. My wife's family, not her. But we did provide, courtesy of the United States Department of Agriculture, a guideline for you. I don't want to tell you how to buy your groceries or what you need, what you like to eat. So we provided a guideline for you here in the Ready Storage worksheet. Basically the different food types and the recommended daily amounts and recommended monthly amount and yearly amount. Traditionally, long-term food storage is going to be stored in a number 10 can. That's why we put here on the monthly and yearly amounts in number 10 cans. So, for instance, the USDA suggests that we have at least 6 ounces a day of grains. The average number 10 can of grains is going to equal up to about 4 cans for a month. So for me personally, I'd need about 4 of those filled with oatmeal, wheat, rice, grains for a monthly amount. And then on to a yearly amount, and we need 44 counts. So you can see the meat and beans, vegetables, fruits, milk and cheese to get your calcium. Especially in the long-term food storage, if you're going to be using it for long-term, you need to be a little more conscious about your nutritional value in your food. So you're going to be living off it, possibly exclusively. So you need to make sure you're getting all the nutrition that you need from your long-term food storage supplies.